What's going on, guys? Cool. This is my new secret weapon here. I'm gonna take another run at blowing up one of these QBs actually. So this guy is a little DC to DC boost converter, and I'm gonna use it to step up the voltage from this 600H54B and see if I can make that board pull a whole bunch of current and hopefully kill it this time, because I haven't been able to yet, but I have a really good feeling about this time. I think I'm almost all set. I really need like a tripod or something to hold this phone. I was actually using a 4-foot level. Don't ask me how, but I managed to get it to stay in that little slot there. But that's not going to happen again, because I need to hold it now. What's going on, Off Thread? What's up, BM Rush? Alright, cool. So I have one QB288. This is a 4000K, and it's hooked up to my HLG 600H54B, and typically running just this driver alone on the QB is fine. This board can handle 54 volts just fine, no problem. But since I want it to die, I have this little guy, and like I said before, I'm going to use this thing to bump up that voltage as high as I can. And it says it'll go to 60, but I don't know if I can actually get it that high, but I'm going to try. So it has these two little pots right here, and you just crank that, and that should bump it up. Coming off the output side, I have these two little Legos connected. Negative goes straight to the board. Positive comes into this one, which is going through my multimeter here to measure current. I can get rid of my level, I guess. There we go. Okay, let's see here. What's up, Drip Emitter? So I don't have my other Fluke with me. I'm going to use my kind of crappy X-Tech, but I'm going to measure voltage on this one since I don't really care so much about voltage. I want the current to be super accurate though, so I'm going to use the Fluke for the current. Okay. I think I'm ready to rock. So, plug this guy into my kilowatt. It's alive. Good. It's pulling 133 watts right now from the wall. 2.2 amps, 53.2 volts. And I think the voltage is off a little bit on this guy, because that should be closer to 54. But that's okay. Like I say, I'm not too worried about the voltage. And I haven't decided, I think I'm going to stand this thing up actually, because it's probably not great for heat dissipation to have it just laying there. So just stand that up like that. All right. See what temperature we're at for now. I have no idea where this is pointing. I'm just kind of blasting it at what I think is the middle. 31.5 to start. Okay. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to turn this up pretty quick because I could be here all night probably. So let's take it right up. Let's go right to the max. Let's go to 3000 milliamps here. Once I turn the right pot. Okay, here we go. Just needed to turn it like 30 times. Okay, 2.8. Okay, there's 3 amps. So that's the max that HLG suggests you should go to. Since these are LM561C, they'll do 200 milliamps each. So technically, I think you could go up to 3200. Okay, there is 3230. Cool. So Gronoob, the 54B, the B just means that it's got leads for a dimming potentiometer. On an A-type driver, you have a pot that's built into the driver. It would be right here. Actually, I can show you one. This little guy here is running my Hi-Tech Studio lighting, which is 2 quantum boards, actually. But this is an A-type driver, and since it's constant voltage, it has both current adjust and voltage adjust. But if you had a constant current driver, you would just have like a little I/O adjust, and then you just turn this pot. You can see the light getting brighter over here. But with the B-type, then you get this this lead right here. Just has a blue and a white that come off of it. And then you can, what I've done is extended my pot. So I just use these little Wagos and a chunk of wire and extended it to here. And then I've just soldered on a potentiometer right here, which is nice. So if you want to locate your driver somewhere away from your tent, then you can put this pot just about anywhere you want. Or if it's in the tent and you want the pot to be out of the tent, then just put it on like a 20-foot chunk of wire. Just leave that cranked. What is my guess? I don't know, man. These things are beasts. I'm thinking maybe around 4 amps. I gotta put my sunglasses on. I'm getting blinded here. So we're up to 51 degrees on the bottom of the board. And we're running at about 3,300 milliamps right now. So we're already over the max that Samsung says is their absolute max for these diodes. So we have 16 strings of diodes on this thing, 200 milliamps per string. So 16 times 200 is 3,200 max. Turn it up a little bit more. Okay, there's 3,600 milliamps. Seems to be going strong, no problems. Voltage is 56.3. So we're up there. That's getting pretty high. What's up, dude? Are you going to get one of these drivers? Is that what you mean? This is a beast of a driver. And those strip builds are fun, too. New Samsung 288 strips. What do you mean, 288 strips? Oh, I see. Right. Double row F series. So current is starting to climb. As it heats up, it's going to draw a little more current, but I don't think it's going to go out of control here. It's not going to run away on me. Yeah, I think, I thought they had, I can't remember. I thought it was 96 on the singles. I forget. $96, and what's 2 times 96? Oh god, I'm terrible at math. 192? 288, that's a shit ton of diodes on one strip if that thing exists. Alright, what do we have for temperature? 65. Heating up pretty quick. Okay, let's pump this thing up. Okay, 4 amps. And you know, it's funny because it's still getting brighter. I thought it would kind of top out once you got to a certain current, but you can tell it is noticeably brighter, coming up another few hundred milliamps. Voltage is 57 volts. What's a C1400? The C just means that it's constant current. So the letter at the end refers to how it dims. So if you have a C1400A, then that's the built-in pot. If you have the C1400B, that's the one with the leads for a pot like I've got here. And if you have like an HLG 185H C1400, that just means that it's a 1400 milliamp constant current driver. If you have an HLG 185H 54, then it's a 54 volt constant voltage driver. See, it is climbing slowly, but it's pretty well under control. It's not taking off anytime soon. Okay, let's pump it up again. Another couple hundred milliamps. Ooh. Couple hundred or 400, whatever. 4.43 amps. 57.8 volts. Hey, no problem, Grow Noob. 0 fucks given. I'll try to get right in the middle. Whew. That was 77, I think. Yeah, 77.1 degrees Celsius. Right now I'm running just a single QB288 on this HLG 600H54, and then I'm using a boost converter to bump the voltage up and then make it draw more current and hopefully find out what this real max is on this thing. What am I running light-wise? I have a whole bunch of different stuff right now. I have a little tent on the go. Oops. So I'm just using strips in my little tent there. I've got some peppers growing. And then I'm gearing up. I'm building this super ghetto little space with like little individual 2x2s. Don't mind all the crap. And I'm going to use that to pit some different QBs against one another of different color temperatures. I've got a 2700K, a 3000K, 80 CRI, a 3000K, 90 CRI, and a 4000K that I want to just compare and see how they do. What's up, LED Builder, buddy? How's it going? I am going to blow this thing up. Yeah, it's 600 watts on one. I don't think I'll be able to make it take that much, unfortunately. I'll probably drive them, I don't know, somewhere around maybe 2100 milliamps a piece or so. So right now this light from the wall is pulling 283 watts. And that's not exactly what the light is getting, but that's what the driver is getting. So there's some inefficiencies in that conversion from AC to DC, but we're almost 58 volts and 4.5 amps on that. So if you guys have a calculator, maybe you can do that math for me, because I don't. But that's still a shitload of power. Hey, Builder, I heard you got a whole boatload of followers today. Good on you, buddy. I saw that. 4 at 1400 milliamp over a 2x4. Right on, man. That's a lot of QB for that space. That's awesome. And are those QB288s or 304s at that current? It was busted. He sure does, man. I saw he had posted a video earlier today, but I didn't get to watch it right through. Did we get to see the haircut finally, or has it not been revealed yet? Yeah, if they were 304, that would be really bright at 1400 milliamps. Man, this thing is putting out some heat. I can feel it from here on my forehead. Holy shit. The front of it is 89.4 Celsius right now. I'm going to try to tilt that a bit more. Oh, that's hot to the touch. This is not really a good idea. There was a glimpse? Wow. This is at 4.5 amps, Mr. Builder. 4.5 amps, 57.7 volts. I need a calculator here so I can just kind of like do the math super quick and say how many watts that is. But I can tell you it's around 280 some watts. Somewhere less than that, but close to it. Okay, let's bump this thing up. Let's hit that 100 degrees Celsius mark. That's not a good angle. Oh, you fucker. I'm going to do my best to blow this thing up. For science, right? Just so somebody doesn't try to feed theirs 4 amps and have it die. Yes, on purpose. 4.86, holy shit, that's a bit too high. We'll call it 4.8. 58.4 volts. $92 degrees. Still a pretty slow rise. It's not taken off on me. I've had a Cobb go on into runaway on me before, like a CXB 3590. I pushed it past 3 amps, I think, and it was going crazy fast. It was really gaining current quickly. So this is pretty well paced. What's that little dimming box? Oh, this is a little boost converter, and I'm taking 54 volts from this thing coming into it, and then I have these little pots here where I can adjust the voltage up at the expense of a little bit of current, but I can use this thing to turn the voltage up, so then on the output side, when it hits the QB, that QB is drawing a lot more current because of the increased voltage. So like I'm at 58.4 volts, which I shouldn't be able to do because this is a B version driver, right? If it was an A version, I might be able to get up, maybe close to 58 volts. I'm not sure what the range is offhand on the A version, but I know you can get it up fairly high. But with this B version, I'm kind of stuck. So this is my little solution to get more power out of it. Yeah, we're hoping this is the destruction stream. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Okay, 4.9 amps. $94.5. So I need more voltage because at 54 volts, which is what this thing puts out normally, I can't make the board draw any more current. Like at 54 volts, it's drawing, I don't know, somewhere in the 2000 milliamp, like between 2 and 3000 milliamps. I don't remember offhand what it is, but I can't get it to pull any more than that. So I have to bump the voltage up in order to force it to pull more current. What do you mean is that normal? Normally people wouldn't be trying to force more voltage, I guess. No, it's not really a safety on the board. It's just the nature of how diodes work. They have special relationships for voltage and current. So these particular diodes, when you put 54 volts through this configuration on this board, then they tend to pull a certain amount of current. And it can vary a little bit, but it doesn't vary enough to get it to pull enough current to destroy it, which is what I'm trying to do. The driver, like, if an LED pulls 20 mile. Yeah, that's a decent explanation. The only time it can pull more than 2100 milliamps at 10 volts is with a lot of heat, and that's thermal runaway, which is pretty rare. I mean, I have only seen it a couple times, but typically it varies just a little bit. If it pulls less than 2100, then you'll see the voltage drop as well. Because, like Builder said, they kind of go hand in hand, right? We're creeping up on 5 amps here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to take it much higher than 5 amps. Let's see what we're doing for temperature. What's up, dude? How's it going, buddy? 102 degrees, holy cow. Yeah, I'm not sure how high I'm going to be able to get this. I feel like I'm going to be running out of room right away, because I didn't think it would make it this high. We're coming up on 5 amps for this single QB. We are at 58.6 volts and pulling 316 watts from the wall. That's a lot of power for a single board. I'm going to check the back of the heatsink and see what that is at. $97.3. PPFD, yeah, you know, I'd like to know too, actually. Maybe I'll check after. The problem is I'm running out of meters, man. Like, I need my other multimeter because I don't want to take this off of the current, and I don't really trust this to read down to a microvolt, you know, so I need this one to measure PPFD. The new QB with the secret diodes. Yes, I have one of those, actually. Top secret material. Okay, we're going to bump it up a wee bit. Oh, shit. Okay. 5.1. That non-disclosure. It's for science. I want to know exactly how much these things can take. And so far we're at 5.1, where the max, like the Samsung says the max is 3.2, so holy shit. $59 volts. $106. The new light. I wish I could show you. Oh yeah, Builder, for sure. There's no way you could blow one of these things up on a B-type 54 volt driver. If you had the A, maybe under some conditions, like if you crank that voltage and it was really hot or something, you might be able to do it, but on a B-type, no. We're climbing a little bit, 5.16. I'm probably taking this thing to the max too. Maybe this thing is going to die before the board does. I think I had read something in the manual that I glanced at for like 3 seconds before I threw it in the garbage that said you might have to actively cool this little bastard upon exceeding a certain voltage. I'm just going to touch this and try not to shock myself and die. That's doing okay. He's alright. 43, no sweat. QB going strong. Okay, do I have any more? Can I take it any higher? Yes. 5.3. Whoa. 5.5. Okay. 5.5 amps, 60 volts on the nose. Holy shit. All right, emitter. Check you later, dude. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, on just the one board. Out here into the meters and then out to the single board. Oh yeah, definitely. 840 efficiency is king when it comes to these things. But I just want to know, how accurate is that rating of Samsung's, that 200 milliamp? How flexible is that? And apparently it's very flexible. Okay, I'm going to see if I have any more room on this little pot. Holy shit. Holy crap. Can we hit 6 amps? 6 amps. That's double the recommendation from HLG. Don't do this, by the way. I can't guarantee it's going to work for you. It's probably going to... Someone else will try to replicate this and it'll die at like 3,300 milliamps or some bullshit. 6 amps, 61.2 volts. Time for some temperature reading. Well, fuck. That's a good point, actually. Oh, yeah, that's way beyond picking up now. That's, yeah, it'll be like a battle scar for the table. Efficiency. Oh, I'm sure it's miserable. We're at 400 watts. The table's going to be like bleached in this one little area right here. 100 lumens per watt. Yeah, might as well just switch to incandescent. It doesn't even really look like it's suffering, you know, like it doesn't show any sign of failing. But it is hot, and I would imagine if you ran it like this for a long time, it's not going to live very long. eBay Cobbs, yeah, for sure, man. Micromole, 1.0 micromoles. How's the heat at 10 inches? I wonder how I could test that. Maybe if I set something up 10 inches away and then read the temperature on it. I don't know. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can find something. I have a sacrificial solo cup that I'm going to try and read a temperature off of. It's probably about 10 inches. Still not running away on me. It's got to fry soon. Yeah, I hear you. I would think so too. Let's try and turn it up. I hear some weird noises. I don't know what it is, but something's making a noise. Okay, can we hit 6400? Can we double the Samsung recommendation? Yes. But what is that noise? We're just going to ignore that. Please don't die. Me or the board? 6.4. It's this thing, isn't it? This is going to die before that does. 61.7. Me. 127 degrees Celsius. Oh, I am wearing safety glasses. Actually, they're a sad excuse for safety glasses. I have these sunglasses that I've had since I was like 18 years old, and they're so small that I find myself like I squint under them. I take them off and I'm like still squinting. Megma. (260 Fahrenheit). Thank you for that conversion. Those are like safety glasses. If you squint hard enough, then yes, they're like safety glasses. 7 amps. $480 from the wall. Yeah, that's hot. 7.05 amps. 63.1 volts. Somebody do the math for me on that. What's 7.05 times 63.1? What's up, Shamanic? Trying to cook this board. Unsuccessfully at this point. They are fucking resilient. A single board like for a 4x4, yeah. 134 degrees. And then on the back, on the heatsink, we are 125 degrees, roughly. 440, thank you. Yeah, that's a lot of power, so we're losing about 30 watts from the wall by the time it hits the light. Still pretty damn efficient. Yeah, man. We're twice the recommended absolute max from Samsung at this point. And then some. Yeah, I'm sweating, man. I can feel it. Let's check our sacrificial soul cup. The cup is 48 degrees. And it's kind of on, it's not really on axis. I'm sure if it were like up here, holy cow, I can feel it. Then it would be really cooking. Okay, we must continue. Seven and a half amps. Oddly, the noise has gone away, so that's a plus, right? That's a good thing. Hey? Something's probably dead. 525 watts. 64.4 volts. Yeah, you know, I'm going to blow the fuse on my meter here. I only have 2.5 amps to go. And holy shit, is this thing bright. I'm serious. Let's meter my head. $39 degrees forehead. Water-cooled hog is the new shit. What heatsink? This is a Slate 2. So this is a pretty bitchin' heatsink. 486. You guys are on the ball with those conversions. But yeah, there's decent sized fins on this thing, and that's probably the saving grace. If we did this on a smaller one, like one of the Slate 3s, which I don't think are used anymore, like this little guy, probably would not work very well. Okay, let's bump it. Okay, 8 amps. I'm telling you, I'm going to blow the fuse up on this meter before we blow this light. 8 amps, 65 volts. I don't know if it's going to be a fizzle or if it's going to be a blow my fucking head off explosion. I'm not sure. Probably a fizzle. 570 watts. Par meter, yeah. You guys want to get I can do a par reading. We know it's at 8 amps. The problem is I have to take the leads out because they're in line, right? So I'd have to pull them out of the Wagos and then turn it back on. How can I do this? how many boards to max the driver. Well, the driver is 11.2 amps, and it'll do probably a little bit more just because Meanwells typically do a little more than they're rated for on the case. So 12 amps, you could do that with, 4 boards that were running really hot, like 3 amps a board. That would be pretty hot. I would run more, but you can max it with 4 of them probably. Boards max at 2100. These things, like I say, if you look at the data sheets and do the math, then the real Samsung max would be 3200 milliamps per board. Not 8000 milliamps. $8,000 plus. Over 9,000. Can we hit 9,000 plus? I kind of want to just go for it, but at the same time, I. $8,500 milliamps, 67 volts, pulling 627. Yeah, that's it. I'm out of power. I'm not gonna get any more power really from this driver. It's a 600 watt driver. Yeah, 12 inches. Get ready for the pop and crackle. Yeah, I don't think I have the juice to get over 9 amps. Let's try it, right? Something's got to give. Oh. Okay, that's it. We're calling it quits there. All right. It's spazzing out. What has died? That's the question. We didn't make it, did we? I hope it's not the driver. That would suck. I'm hoping it's this little $17 unit. They talked you into it. They did talk me into it. 8,600. Shit, we were so close. Strobe effect, yeah. Okay, now it's time to take this out of the equation and pray that it lights up again. Okay, power is unplugged, so I'm not going to die. Okay, I'm going to have to put the phone down for a sec. You can just enjoy this view of the table. Yeah, I think the driver should be fine too, because there's a lot of protection built into these, but we are doing some weird shit with the voltage, so I'm not 100% sure. That was spooky. I'm spooked. Okay. Okay, I need everybody to say a little prayer. Just kidding. Not even Jesus can save this thing. Okay, we are plugged in there. Does that... Fuck, I gotta figure this out. Now, this needs to go... Yeah, okay, thanks, guys. Oh my god. Even these, even the leads are getting really hot on these things. That's a lot of current flowing through there. Okay. Okay, here we go. Plain and simple. Power out, positive in, and negative in. Holy shit, this thing is still hot. Oh my god. Poor thing. All right, ready? Drum roll. Come on, you son of a bitch. Oh shit, it works! I think I killed this thing. I think this fucking thing died before the board did. Jesus. That's awesome. Fuck me. That is hilarious. So the driver is good, the board is good, the booster died. What was our total power by the end of that? We were over 600 watts at the kilowatt, but I'll have to rewatch this and do the multiplication for current on the meters and voltage on the meters. I must have been pretty near 600 watts. So it beats me again. Fuck. I don't know how I'm going to kill one of these things. I'm going to have to resort to some special tactics of some sort. I don't know. Just plug it into the wall, maybe. Overclock quantum boards, yeah. Overclock them and then we'll water cool them. Somebody had mentioned that earlier. That's a great idea. So there you have it. And again, don't try this at home. I don't know what's going to happen on yours. And I don't see anybody that would be dumb enough other than me to actually try to kill one of these things with that much power. So save your QB. Keep it under 3,000 milliamps. But it'll be our little secret that we know it can take like fucking 600 watts. All right. I think that's it, guys. I'm going to get back to the drawing board, try to figure out what else I can throw at this to maybe finally cook it. And then if I can get this thing to work again, if it's not completely dead, then maybe I'll do some PPFD too, and then I can just use my meter to measure PPFD and then monitor the kilowatt to get an estimate of how much power we're actually putting out. So I'll give that a try maybe. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Check you later.